Hello friends, welcome back to your channel Tidbit Knowledge. Today we have come up with another set of updates. Before moving into the updates, thank you everyone for very beautiful response that you have given to our videos. For today's question, watch the video till the end.
So let's begin with the big news. Fake invoicing racket has been exposed by DGGI, Directorate General of GST Intelligence, involving transactions of almost 434 crore rupees. The entire scandal said to consist of 23 firms which were issuing fake invoices to claim fraudulent ITC without any supply. Fraudulent ITC of around 78.13 crores have been availed by these firms. So it is a high fraud alert and still a lot is yet to be exposed. As we all know that Aadhaar is the primary identity proof for everyone, and therefore GST has also made Aadhaar authentication mandatory for certain individuals for new GST registrations as per Rule 8 of CGST. Those are authorized signatory of all types, managing and authorized partners of a partnership firm, and Karta of HUF. If you opt not to authenticate at the time of registration, then there will be a physical verification of your premises by the GST officer before issuing the GST registration. It is mandatory for all the registrations made on or after 21st August 2020. As we are coming closer to the due date of GSTR 9 and 9C, which is 30th September 2020, our next update is related to the same. In order to reduce our hardship of data mining, a new information tab is now available in GSTR 9, which is table 8A. In this table, you will get invoice-wise input tax credit details of the entire year. So now you need not go and download table 2A for each and every month. That's great. Technology and data are the need of the hour, and that's the reason why National Education Policy 2020 introduced coding from grade 6 itself. Reacting to the change and to grab the market, Byju's has already taken steps to acquire a 18 months old startup. Recently you might have seen a lots of advertisements of that company. इसने इस उम्र में ऐप बनाया? Yes, it's White Hat Junior for a whopping $300 million. White Hat Junior was into the segment of coding. The only thing which is spreading nowadays, other than COVID-19, is the arms of the Reliance. Reliance is making their presence in almost every business. Recently, Reliance is in active talks with multiple startups for investment like Milk Basket, Urban Ladder, Netmeds, Zivame, and others. Let's see how Reliance will grow in near future and make India proud. Considering the difficulties faced by the corporates in conducting their annual general meeting, MCA had earlier provided some relaxations via its General Circular number 20 by 2020. And now, MCA has come up with a clarification on this circular, according to which if a company is unable to hold their AGM for the financial year 1920, despite availing these relaxations, then the company can file an application in e-form GNL1 seeking an extension of time to hold AGM. This form has to be filed with ROC on or before 29th of September 2020. We all know that government is trying to bring more and more enterprises under MSME. And that's the reason why government has come up with simplified Udyam registration process for MSME. Another reason to bring this is to identify the updated status of all the enterprises. By introducing Udyam registration system, now the status of enterprises will be automatically updated every year, and turnover and investment data will be fetched from ITR and GST returns. Please note that MSME registration is free of cost, so beware of fake sites. And finally, some good news for the investors. The government is likely to reduce its existing shareholding in IRCTC, that is 87.4%, through an offer for sale. This offer is available only for the merchant bankers and the brokers. Bids have been invited from them between September 4th and 10th. In addition to that, the government is also considering allotment of shares to its eligible and willing employees at a discounted price. Before we wind up, let's see the question. Salmon vs. Salmon case law is generally related to which feature of a company as per the Companies Act?
Thank you friends for being till end for the latest updates of our channel. Subscribe our channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. Soon we will be coming with our next updates. Till then, be updated, keep learning, stay healthy, stay safe, and don't forget to answer today's question. Have a great time.